It's the Cox Homelife Game of the Week, Pacific Coast League style. Northwood and Beckman from Beckman High School in Irvine, California. Let's go ahead and take a look at the league standings as we get ready to wrap up the end of the regular season. Northwood, they've clinched it. Perfect 9-0. Beckman in second place can solidify that with a victory tonight. Corona Del Mar and Uni in the middle of the pack, followed by Woodbridge and Irvine. Well, thanks so much for joining us along with Coach Bill Cunity. I'm Mark Keller. Well, for the second time in 4 years, Northwood has an opportunity to run the table undefeated in the Pacific Coast League. Another outstanding team for head coach Tim O'Brien.
Tim does a great job. He's been in a lot of schools. He's been in this profession for a long time. I'm sure this has got to be one of his favorite teams, led for the second year in a row by Jake Linsky.
And he's an outstanding one. He will definitely be the PCLA Player of the Year. Meanwhile, for Beckman under Brady Richards, they've hit uncharted waters, over 500 for the first time in school history with 18 victories on the year. If this team can pull off a win tonight, it probably would solidify a first-round home playoff game.
Well, no question about it. There's a good look at a very popular man on the Beckman campus, Brady Richards, proud graduate of Concordia University, doing a great job with this basketball program. And if they can pull off a victory tonight, bodes them well for a good seed in the CIF playoffs.
Well, this is a senior-laden team. They have 10 seniors on their roster here on senior night. And I can tell you, sitting right behind the fans here at Beckman, they will truly be the sixth man tonight.
That's right. Earplugs won't help. This is a raucous crowd. Really, it can match anybody, any team, the Servites, the Canyons. This cheering section's on fire.
It's Northwood, it's Beckman. When Coach and I, it's the introductions of tonight's starting lineups. You're watching the Cox Homelife Game of the Week.
What brings your home to life? What makes it all work? And what could possibly make it any better? Introducing Cox Homelife Home Security and Automation. It doesn't just protect your home, it unlocks your home's full potential. So you have more control during the day and can sleep better at night. Cox Homelife. Protect, monitor, control.
Back here on the Cox Homelife Game of the Week, Pacific Coast League basketball, Northwood and Beckman from Beckman High School in Irvine, California. Well, the two players we're going to highlight have a couple of things in common. They both have scored as many as 31 in the game, and both have scored in double digits 23 times. First, Jake Linsky. He's going to be the PCL Player of the Year. A walking double-double. And you think he's a good basketball player? You should watch the future Loyola of Chicago volleyball player perform. He's quite an athlete.
That's a great combination. When you score 21 and grab 10 rebounds every game, you're a dominant player. And we did a game last year where he dominated. We had a chance to watch him. He's been a marvelous player for Tim O'Brien.
And on the other hand, Michael Yee for Beckman, one of the 10 seniors in this lineup. He leads the way, 18.3 points per game. And don't leave him open from three-point range where he shoots 38%.
You know, the matchup tonight, if you took the scoring averages of Yee and Linsky, it's going to probably come down to the two bench. And Beckman has maybe a stronger bench.
Beckman has the stronger bench. Northwood has the stronger starting five. Well, when we return, it's the introductions of tonight's starting lineups at a very noisy and boisterous Beckman High School. You're watching the Cox Homelife Game of the Week.
Soon, Cox will bring us internet that's 100 times more powerful. And we'll be able to do anything we imagine.
3D printed food. That's what I'm gonna do with GigaBlast.
Cox is unleashing GigaBlast Internet. How will you live the gig life?
You're watching the Cox Home Life Game of the Week. Cox Home Life offers complete home security and automation backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. Get professional and customized home monitoring with a free starter equipment bundle and save on your home insurance bill. I like that one. Essential packages start at $29.99. Visit a Cox Solutions store to experience a demonstration or schedule a free in-home consultation by calling 855-372-4420 or visit cox.com/homelife today. Well, today we've got a great Pacific Coast League matchup between Northwood and Beckman here on the Cox Home Life Game of the Week from Arnold O. Beckman High School in Irvine, California. Here's how tonight's starting lineups look for Northwood under Tim O'Brien, Hari Shankar, Wynn, Owens, Sigardarson, and Linsky, the starting five. Well, in Tim O'Brien, they have a veteran coach. He's coached many different places over the years. In his 2 stints here at Northwood, he has a record of 213-89 over 11 seasons.
When I first met Tim, he was coaching at Estancia High School and really had a powerhouse program.
And for Brady Richards, Beckman Patriots, Weisberger, Teleisnik, Yee, Reinhardt, and Kehoe are your starting five. We spoke about Brady Richards. He is all smiles. He said, Mark, this group has been together 4 years. I knew they had the capability of playing well, and I'm not really surprised the team has performed this way. But let's face it, first time ever over 500 in school history, and there are 11 games over that mark.
If he wins this game tonight, that's a 19-victory season.
Nicholas Maddox and Steve Ross will be calling the action of this one tonight. This is a noisy gym. Keep in mind, this is Beckman's last home regular season game. 10 seniors are playing in their last home game, and the fans have come out in full force here at Beckman High School. Northwood, they're in their road blue and white with silver numerals. Meanwhile, Beckman in their home white with blue trim and red and blue numbers, and we're moments away from the start of this game.
Joseph Kehoe will jump for Beckman. Jake Linsky for Northwood. And I'll tell you what, it's so hard to hear in here because we're literally 2 feet from the steering section.
What was that you said, Coach? I can't hear you. Well, put on your seatbelt. Northwood, as we mentioned, trying to go undefeated for the second time in 4 years. They pulled the trick back in 2012. 2013, Beckman with the basketball, and here we go. They want to push it. This team averages just under 72 points per game. If they have the open shot, the clock won't be much of a factor here tonight. Yee with the basketball. His three, off the mark. Loose ball rebound belongs to Northwood.
Tell you what, his average is 18 points a game, and he does that effortlessly. A great jump shooter. Number 10, Michael Yee, 6'2", senior.
Yeah, he can shoot the rock. There's no problem about that for Brady Richards. He knows he can count on one of the 10 seniors on this ball club to come through when he needs them to. Here comes Jake Linsky. Linsky with the ball. Off to Halfthor. Doesn't have it, off to Wynn. Wynn right side, three-point circle. Daniel Linsky. We have a foul and hold before the shot. It will be a non-shooting foul and team foul number 1.
Very aggressive man-to-man defense by Beckman.
And Justin Reinhardt picks up that early personal just 37 seconds into the game. Hari Shankar to Linsky. Back to Hari Shankar. Double team. This team will move the ball. Many possessions. All 5 players, Coach, will touch it. Owens cuts through. Down low to Hari Shankar. Did a great job to draw the foul. That's going to be team foul number 2 and the first against Shane Teleisnik.
Right out of the out-of-bounds play, Beckman came out in a 2-3 zone. They'll switch that up almost every time down court. And then that's to really try and battle Northwood's motion offense. Tim O'Brien, a great teacher.
Of Hari Shankar, very consistent ball player. Has scored as many 19 in a game against Corona Del Mar. 77% free throw shooter. He knocks down both for the game's first points. Weisberger, left side three-point circle. Looking for a cutter up top to Yee. He has Hari Shankar on him, and they'll swing it right side off to Reinhardt. Good man defense by Northwood. That's all Tim O'Brien plays. If you see a zone, I'll have a heart attack. They kick up top, swing left side. Three-pointer off the mark by Reinhardt. Hari Shankar had it, lost it. Who wants it? Timeout called by Northwood.
You know, Sunday they couldn't get Cam Newton to dive on for a ball, but they sure did it here.
Now, I don't know. Would you use a timeout this early in the game?
You know, I think that's a matter of, at that point, you don't want to let somebody get an advantage in a fast break.
Cox Homelife offers complete home security and automation backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. Get professional customized home monitoring with a free starter equipment bundle and save on your home insurance bill. Essential packages start at $29.99. Visit a Cox Solutions store to experience a demonstration or schedule a free in-home consultation. 855-372-4420 or cox.com/homelife today.
You know, you talked about Tim O'Brien's man-to-man defense. That's nothing but effort.
Northwood with the basketball. They break the pressure, now lose the handle. Their first turnover of the game, and now Beckman quickly throws it away.
Justin Reinhardt anxious to get the ball up court. Number 3, Shane Telesnik on the boundary.
Well, you know, sometimes when you play at that type of pace, turnovers are going to come with that type of game.
Good quick hands by Michael Yee.
Yep, stepping into the passing lane. Keeping possession will be Northwood, 30 on the 35-second shot clock. 6:22 to go here early on. Northwood trying to go 10-0 in league and put up win number 22 on the season. But the Patriots of Beckman standing in their way. Hathor, his three, going to be an air ball. And he'll hear it from the home crowd.
Both of these teams employ a 3-guard, 2-forward offense. A lot of motion, and now Northwood pressing full court.
Here comes Weisberger breaking the pressure. Weisberger gives a fake, goes up, shot no good. Linsky had it, lost it. Who wants it? Hari Shankar comes away with it. One thing you'll find about number 2, he has a nose for the ball. However, he loses the handle right there, and then Weisberger gets fouled. I'm not sure if that's going against Shankar or Owens, but nonetheless, it's a Northwood foul, and it will be Devin Owens with the personal. He was big the other night against Corona Del Mar, scored 11 points, and if you get double digits out of Devin Owens, Northwood's offense is cranking on all cylinders.
That's right. Devin Owens, good looking, 5'10", 150 pound, just a sophomore.
And 3 starters come back for Northwood. They have 2 sophomores and a junior. Yee layup good. We have the game's first field goal, and we're tied at 2.
Kai Weisberger with a great pass to a cutting Yee under the basket.
And good defense up top by Weisberger. He's guarding Hathor. Nice feed and the finish by Wynn. And Wynn is capable of putting up big numbers. He had 25 points the first time these teams met in the Northwood victory. Weisberger posting down low is Telesnik to the hole. Nice shot block by Owens. And the rebound by Linsky.
Great help on the weak side. And
Owens all the way, yes! Devin Owens with uncanny speed. It's 6-2. Good defense there by Hathor. He's going to have to try and guard Yee. Looking back door for Weisberger. Stepping in the lane with the steal is Jake Linsky.
Turnovers against a team that likes up-tempo. That's going to be tough to beat. Northwood really aggressive on defense.
Hari Shankar off to Hathor, gives way to Wynn. Wynn to Linsky. Deep jumper. Bullseye. That's a 3 for Linsky. His first points of the night. And just like that, it's a 9-2 game. The other way the layup is missed. We have a foul down low. Keogh unable to convert. And Beckman finding out why Northwood has won 14 in a row and 20 of 21. You know, this team, Northwood, started the season, Coach, 1-4. However, in those first 5 games, 3 of them were played without Jake Linsky.
Well, that would retard a little bit what you do on offense, but I think Tim would probably look at that early in the season as a chance to see his other guys.
Yep. And they have played well. They won the Max Preps tournament out in Palm Springs in their division level. Give and go to Owens, yes. Richards might want to think about a timeout as his team is deep in the hole at 11-2 halfway through quarter 1.
That's a great pass by Akshay Harishankar.
Justin Reyes into the game for the first time, number 12. Also Mason the win, number 13 into the game. Hoping maybe the bench can give him a little bit of a spark.
Another trademark of a Tim O'Brien team is they contest every pass.
To the basket, shot up and good by Jean-Claude Demont, who just came into the game. I don't know how good my French accent was there. Owens, 3, bullseye. Owens leads all scorers with 7. It's 14-4 T-Wolves. Pass is stolen by Nguyen. Harishankar, 3, bullseye. This game is getting out of hand early, 17-4. Owens with 7, Harishankar with 5, Linsky with 3, and Nguyen with 2. It all equals a big early Northwood lead.
You know, it's a great turnout on both sides. Northwood is literally 2 miles from here. Great turnout on the Beckman side. We've got the crazies right behind us.
It all begins with defense. In this case, Jacob Nguyen. He hits Harishankar, his spot up 3, finds nothing but twine.
Well, as you mentioned, the defensive effort by Northwood is how they got to this point in the season. This is a 20-plus win team that's looking for a really high seed in the playoffs.
Well, for both of these teams, for Beckman, as we mentioned, the uncharted territory with the 18-7 record, they're looking to win their first ever playoff game. A reminder, this game will be available on Cox 3 On Demand beginning Friday, February 26th on channel 2636. You can watch the game over and over anytime you want. You decide where you're going to watch the game. Now, meanwhile, for Northwood, they've never made it past the quarterfinal round. Maybe this could be the year that they break through.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you have a defense like they have, anything is possible. Offense is glamour, defense is guts, and they're doing a great job of attacking the ball. Great weak side help in this man-to-man defense.
Reinhardt's shot no good. Rebound is put in off glass by Demont. He's given them 4 of their 6 points. Early on, Northwood 3 of 4 from three-point range. Beckman is 0 of 2, and this will be team foul number 4 against the Patriots.
Jean-Claude Demont, a 6'3 junior, a real spark off the bench for the Beckman Patriots.
And take a look at this one on replay. Oh boy, that's a little bit of chin music for Jacob Nguyen, given to him by Mason Nguyen.
You know, those of us that teach at Concordia University, real proud of Brady Richards, who graduated from our master's degree program in coaching and athletic administration.
Linsky, yes, he has such a nice touch. The big guy with 5, it's 19-6. Just seems early on, Coach Beckman really has not had any kind of flow offensively.
That's because of the defense by Northwood. I think they're doing a great job. You know, the only time I don't see Linsky with a soft touch is on the volleyball court.
Yep.
He's a very, very gifted two-sport athlete.
He's a middle blocker, will be at Loyola of Chicago, and a good reason for that. A buddy of his who played at Northwood 3 years prior, Cole Murray, is currently playing volleyball there, and I'm sure he was probably involved in the recruitment of Jake Linsky.
Tell you what, as coaches, we depend on that.
Pull-up jumper, no good by Yee. He has just 2 points so far in this first quarter of play. Jacob Nguyen throws it away, rare turnover. And in transition, Weisberger misses the layup. And the rebound by Marigay, who just came into the game, along with number 12, John Carrick. Ball knocked out of bounds, so early on, going to the bench. The other night in their victory against Corona Del Mar, Coach O'Brien only went 2 off the bench.
I was just going to say, you told me 2 off the bench, a 7-man rotation. They're at 8 right now, and they're getting a great amount of energy from those guys coming off the bench.
Yeah, Carrick didn't even get to play the other night in that game against Corona Del Mar because the outcome wasn't really determined until late in the game. Ari Shankar to Linsky. They call offensive foul on Jake. That'll be team foul number 3 and the first on number 21.
2 minutes and counting in this first quarter.
Well,
Beckman picking up at three-quarter court.
Yep, and we'll talk about Linsky's numbers he's had throughout the year. They've been outstanding, worthy of reeling off. Reach in there on Wynn, and he's got to be careful. Against Corona Del Mar the other night, he fouled out with 4 minutes to go. Now, they do have a big early lead, but if they want to have a chance of running the table with a victory tonight, they need to make sure Jacob does not foul out, and that's already his second personal with 1:54 to go here in quarter 1.
I think that's part and parcel. If you choose to play man defense, that's part of the deal.
Well, the breakdown is rare on defense by Northwood, and it's Josh Keogh scoring his first bucket. It's 19-8. T-Wolves over the Patriots by 11. Ari Shankar gives a fake turnaround jumper in and out. Rebound, Marigay. No, but he's fouled. One thing about Mike Marigay, he's not going to score big points, but he's going to get rebounds for you, and he's going to play really good defense.
The second chance points for Northwood have been huge. The game is 19-8 at this point, and 7 of those have been second chance points. Great effort on the boards.
Marigay averages 2.8 per game, has scored as many as 7 in the contest against Irvine, and he nails the first of 2. 5 T-Wolves have scored here in the first. They lead 20-8. The other night against Corona Del Mar, it was 18-3 at the end of 1. So in recent games, the T-Wolves have gotten off some real good starts.
Scott Matsutsuyu in at guard, 5'10", 140-pound senior for the T-Wolves.
And Marigay makes a pair, so already 3 deep off the bench, more than they did the other night. Weisberger to the hole, shot no good. Yee, his 3. Off the mark. Linsky with the rebound off to Hari Shankar. And here come the T-Wolves in transition. Shankar to the hole. Able to draw the contact. That's one thing he does very well. And he's one of the team's best free throw shooters.
He's got great quickness. He's got great change of pace, great jump stop. And he plays terrific defense. It's a total player.
Yep, the young man has scored in double digits 21 times this year, as many as 19 against Corona Del Mar. He makes the first of 2. He has 6 points, a 3-point field goal, and 3 from the free throw line.
We saw him last year in the game we did when they played Woodbridge, and he stood out as a junior. If anything, he's much quicker than he was last year.
Yep.
Great defender, great man with the ball in the half court.
So you got Hari Shankar, a junior. You got Wynn and Owen, sophomores. 3 of your 5 are back next year for Chris O'Brien. The only question, who's going to fill the middle after Jake Linsky graduates? That's the big question for the T-Wolves. Yee with a fake, goes up, shot no good. Rebound, swatted away, and roof by Jake Linsky off the shot attempt by Josh Keogh.
You know, it's a great rebound by Josh Keogh, but I don't think he saw Linsky.
Yep, call it, Coach.
Boom. You know, that's a roof, just like what you block, middle blocker in volleyball.
And that's also what they call the top of the house in Chicago. Speaking of Loyola of Chicago. Need to trigger in. They get it off to Weisberger. 47 seconds to go here in the first. Been all T-Wolves up 23-8. Weisberger floater, air ball. Rebound shot attempt is blocked, but good job by Trevor Sprosty going Windex.
Sprosty in great position to get that rebound and the foul.
That's going to be team foul number 5 against the T-Wolves.
Sprosty averages,
Sprosty at the free throw line.
He averages 3.1 points a game, 3 rebounds a game, and he's been a very effective guy off the bench.
He's also a 72% free throw shooter and gets his first point of the night. And the Patriots looking to crack double digits here in the first, and they do. He's got 2. So their bench has actually, Coach, scored 8 of their 10 points.
I'll tell you, that's got to make Tim happy because in the playoffs, you're going to need that.
Hari Shankar off to Owens.
Whose ball is that, seriously?
Somebody threw a ball onto the court. We should probably hear that there's a warning about that from the Patriots fans, but it's one thing to be enthusiastic, Coach, but it's another thing to endanger the health of the players.
Tell you what, it'd be a tragedy if somebody stepped on that and blew out a knee or something. You got to use your head.
Matsutsuyu gets it in to Linsky. Jake with the basketball, and he can handle the rock very well for a big man. Off to Hari Shankar with Reyes right in his grill. Owens with the basketball. Linsky down low. Oh, that's just too easy. Linsky with 7. It's 25-10. Last 5 seconds of quarter 1.
Great.
Weisberger looking to go one-on-one. To the rack. Shot no good, but he's fouled just before the buzzer, and Kai will be shooting a pair.
You know, I'm so impressed with Devin Owens and his passing ability. He really sees the floor, and Linsky, to his credit, really moves back and forth on the baseline.
Weisberger drawing the foul. He'll be shooting a pair. The senior's a 74% free throw shooter, has cracked double digits 9 times. Most impressive performance, 17 in a 2-point loss against Edison. Makes the first of 2, does Weisberger. His first point, and he's got one more coming up. Taking a look at the 5'9" senior. Looks like he plays some football. He makes a pair, and at the end of 1, it's Northwood 25 and Beckman 12. You're watching the Cox Home Life Game of the Week.
With Cox high-speed internet, you get the fastest in-home Wi-Fi to power all your favorite devices and do the things you love online. And now, when you're traveling, you have free access to the nation's largest Wi-Fi network with over 200,000 hotspots, so you can stay connected in places such as New York City, Los Angeles, Washington, D.C., Boston, and many more. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
You're watching the Cox Home Life Game of the Week. Cox Home Life offers complete home security and automation backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. Get professional and customized home monitoring with a free starter equipment bundle and save on your home insurance bill, Coach Community. Essential packages start at just $29.99. Visit a Cox Solutions store to experience a demonstration or schedule a free home consultation. 855-372-4420 is your number. Cox.com/homelife. Today is where you go to find out more info. Well, how impressive was Northwood in this first quarter, Coach?
Well, living up to the legend that they put together for this season with 20-plus wins, tenacious defense, a great fast-paced offense, and I think they can do some real damage in the playoffs.
Hari Shankar, Owens, and Linsky all with 7. Wins 3, in and out, gets his own rebound. He gets fouled after going for the offensive rebound. And he'll be at the line to shoot a pair.
Great hustle by Jacob Wynn. Nobody blocked out the shooter, and he got his own rebound and gets to the foul line.
I think they concentrated on him defensively because he scored 25 the first time they met. He's a 68% free throw shooter. He misses the first of 2, has hit double digits on 20 separate occasions.
Justin Reyes back in the game for Kai Weisberger.
Jacobs got one more coming up, and he buries it. So he now has 3 points on the evening, 26-12. Right now, Northwood up by a pair of touchdowns. Look at those numbers. Northwood 73%, Beckman just 24%.
I'll tell you, they've done a marvelous job on Michael Yee to this point in the game.
They have held the high-scoring senior to just 2 points. 3 on the way is going to be in and out off the attempt by Keogh. Hari Shankar with the rebound for Northwood. Win off the mark. Owens had it, lost it, knocked out of bounds, and the T-Wolves will keep possession.
You know what actually Hari Shankar does so well is whether it's a rebound or an inbounds pass, he breaks the pressure. He doesn't need any help. He can bring the ball up court by himself against two-man trap. He can do it at any of those things.
Linsky with the miss, Wynn with the rebound. Owens three, in and out. Wynn had it, lost it, and they give it to Northwood, and I think that one was a gift for the T-Wolves.
Might have been.
There's Tim O'Brien, has coached at Tustin at one point, right? Also at Estancia, at Orange Coast College, Saguaro High School in Arizona. Also coached at Santiago. Have I covered all the schools?
You have, and I'll tell you what, he's done a marvelous job wherever he's been. A real basketball lifer. Terrific coach.
And you remember also his son, Chris O'Brien, was a very good player. And for a season, Chris played professionally in Mexico. Played a little professional hoop. Oh, look at that by Linsky. Off the defender who had his back turned, takes the ball and lays it in. I love that play. He's got 9. That's like a little volleyball trick.
Well, the Globetrotters are in Southern California this month.
They are for the next couple of weeks. Just heard them on the radio yesterday. Pass almost picked off. Now corralled by Wilkin. Jean-Claude Demont. Let's take a look at that replay.
If face guarding that man in the low post, so Linsky just bounces it off his rear end and takes it in for the layup.
I don't think Jean-Claude Demont will be doing that again. 17 on the shot clock, 6:45 game clock, 28-12. Jumper on the way is good by Aaron Chen. That's his first 2. 28-14 is your score.
Aaron just a sophomore. Oh, what a pass
Owens,
by Hari
but
Shankar.
beautifully blocked by Chen. And here they come in transition, what they want to do. But the shot is blocked by Halfcore. One of the few times Beckman's been able to push it, but the defense of Northwood was waiting.
2 fabulous plays back-to-back, one on each end of the court. I'll tell you what, both Brady Richards and Tim O'Brien put such an emphasis on defense. It's fun to watch.
Suga Darson with a great block on defense. They got to get it in.
Gotta call
5 seconds.
timeout.
That was close. The 3 ball, way off the mark.
That's going to be a push on number 23, Aaron Chen. Got him in the back going for the rebound.
Yep, and that's going to be team foul number 7. So the rest of this first half we'll be having free throws off fouls. That's the 8th team foul, so we'll be the 1-1 coming up for Northwood. And as you see with this Northwood team, there is no weakness. They play good defense. They can push the ball on offense. They're good in transition, and they can hit the 3, and they rebound well.
They do, and you would think that a team with great size might give them a problem. I think their quickness more than makes up for that.
Will Kim into the game for Northwood, the 6'3", 180-pound senior, and John Carrig back into the contest. They're in there with Linsky, Wynn, and Owens, the 5 for Northwood. Missing the front end is Wynn, and the rebound is corralled by Keogh. Let's see what Weisberger and company can do here. Illegal pick is going to be called against Michael Yee. Since it's an offensive foul, no free throws. And that's 2 on Michael Yee.
I'm sure Michael right now would love to get a shot, knock one down, and get a little rhythm going. Again, he's averaging 18 points a game.
Yeah, the least number of points he's scored has been 8 a couple of times. So right now just with 2 points here tonight and his team trailing 28-14. They sorely need his offense. So 1-1, Yee has just picked up his 3rd personal foul, and it comes with 5:58 to go in this first half. And down by 14 points, do you roll the dice and keep them in, or do you say, sorry, buddy, you're on the bench for the rest of the half?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a team that's going to finish 2nd in the league. They're going to go to the playoffs. This is senior night. I say you let it roll.
Okay. And Owens makes the first of 2. His first point of the second quarter. He has 8 on the evening. He looks to make that second free throw, and if he makes it, he and Linsky will be the co-point leaders in this ball game with 9 points each. And mission accomplished. And the lead swells to 16 at 30-14. To the basket, Reinhardt. He gets fouled. They're ruling 2. I thought it was before the shot, but they're giving him free throws. Reinhardt landed really hard at the end of that play.
Hard on his shoulder.
Yep, and
tell you what,
that's not a good place to land.
No. When you watch this at the end, you're going to see him make contact and then fall from about 3.5 or 4 feet right on that left shoulder. Let's hope he's okay.
And we have a timeout on the court with 5:54 to go. The T-Wolves showing their Pacific Coast League dominance. They're up 30-14.
Hey, you guys moving in?
Yeah,
That'll take you all day.
we're getting there, right?
But you're not really moved in until you got your internet, TV, and phone.
Cox is coming today, so.
Good luck waiting around.
Had to wait all day for my phone company.
Well, Cox is guaranteed 2-hour service window.
That's what they say.
Yeah, they are. Right on time. Hey, nice to meet you.
Your soil's mostly clay.
Let Cox make moving easier. Stay connected with a 2-hour guaranteed service window and free pro install.
Back to the Cox Homelife game of the week. At the beginning of the game, Coach, this was a very boisterous home crowd, but they have been silenced by the play of the T-Wolves.
Well, I'll tell you what, everybody in this gym admires good basketball. The Beckman team playing a lot of those seniors tonight, but what Northwood has done would tell you exactly why they're where they are with their record and undefeated season.
Yee is at the free throw line. The reason being Reinhardt had gotten injured, and when an injured player comes out, you pick someone to come in and shoot free throws. So actually having Yee step out for a moment paid off with a couple of points for Beckman, and maybe that's what the Patriots need to get it going down 30-16.
That's why my high school coach told me to get injured all the time.
Kim almost lost the handle. It's re-corralled by Carrig. Carrig with the basketball off to Webb. 16 on the shot clock. Right side three-point circle. Wynn thought about it, takes it to the basket. Foul before the shot, and he'll be at the line shooting a pair. Oh no, they're gonna call Kim for 3 seconds in the lane.
3 seconds in the lane. I tell you what, we've talked a lot about Hari Shankar, but Jacob Wynn controls the ball with the dribble, just as quick on defense. Great pair of guards.
Yep, and it's not often that you see a sophomore being the floor general.
No.
You know, his headiness and his composure he has out there kind of reminds me a little bit of a young Perry Webster.
Oh, now you're talking.
Going back to those Diablo days of Troy Rowland when Mission Viejo was ruling the South Coast League.
Saddleback College.
Yep.
What a great career.
One of my favorite guys. Shot to the hole by Reinhardt. No good. Loose ball. It'll be corralled by Hari Shankar. And he'll walk things up for the T-Wolves.
Not many second chance points for the Patriots tonight. That's just a Northwood, a very aggressive rebounding team.
Down
nice
low to Linsky. Foul before a shot attempt. Will be a pair of free throws coming up for Jake. And so with Beckman getting into that early foul trouble, Northwood has the opportunity, Coach, to extend the lead from the free throw line.
You know, I don't think Jake has to be a power player at 6'7" and 195. He's got such great athletic ability. He can move around in the low post. He can shoot. Obviously, 21 points a game, but he's a terrific athlete.
Scoring numbers in league: 19, 31, 31, 21, 20, 22, 21, 18, and 19. He makes the second of two, and he cracks double digits, the first player to do so tonight, with 10 points. Weisberger works it down low. The shot missed by Keogh, and the rebound by Owens. So Beckman has not had, Coach, many second chance opportunities this evening.
Not many, and I'm so impressed with this sophomore, Devin Owens. They get the ball out, get it up court, and that's going to be foul on
Hari Shankar.
For
they
tossing.
called him throwing the elbow. And that'll be his first personal. Team foul number 8, offensive foul variety, so no free throws, but the Patriots get the ball back. Weisberger, nice pull-up, but it won't fall. The shots have just not fallen tonight for Beckman, and they've had some good looks, particularly here in the second quarter. Owens, he's got speed. You got to throw the elbow there, yeah. Good call right there. So 2 times in a row, the T-Wolves throwing the elbow, and they lost an opportunity for 2 points.
I'm enjoying watching their motion offense. They've got guys running all over the court. Great passing team.
And you know what, Coach? That wasn't a bad idea by Owens, because if for some reason, if the officials decide to whistle Yee, that's his fourth. And he's got the basketball. He of just 4 points here tonight, 31-16, close to the halfway mark here in the first half.
Sure like to see Yee get on track and have a good shooting night in his last game in this gym as a senior.
The win has nothing doing, off to Yee. Count it! And a look to complete the three-point play. I think they need to get him in position where he's going towards the basket.
I'll tell you what, just talking about that and seeing him execute that.
A 78% free throw shooter, dropped 31 against Long Beach Cabrillo, and a 30-second timeout is called by Beckman. It's 31-18, Northwood leaving it. We will keep it right here with 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Mark Heller and the coach, Bill Kennedy. Now, your Cox Solutions store, it's the place to connect all things that matter. Experience and explore the latest products and services such as Contour, Gig Speed, and Cox Homelife. Stop in to ask questions about your account and get one-on-one help. There are 6 Cox Solutions stores in Orange County, in Irvine, Lake Forest, Laguna Niguel, San Clemente, Rancho Santa Margarita, in the nearest Target Center next to Trader Joe's. Log on to Cox.com and click on Contact Us at the top of the home page to search for store locations. Well, Coach, we got 4 minutes to go. What do the Patriots need to do if they're going to make this one a little closer here tonight?
Well, they'd really benefit from some second-chance points, because right now it's been shoot, miss, rebound to Northwood. But this guy, if he gets on track, Yee is a great shooter. And you know what shooters do? They shoot. He's not going to back down. He's just going to keep firing that ball, and they'll start to drop.
He completes the three-point play. He's got 5 points in the quarter, 7 for the game. Pressure broken. Win, double team. Gives up top to Matsusuyu. Off to Shankar. Shankar to the hole. That's what he does so well. He's able to draw and absorb the contact. And he's not tall by any means in the basketball world at just 5'11", but he does such a great job of positioning himself and gaining advantage.
How many trips to the foul line for Northwood at this point with 3:47 left in the game?
Well, so far they've scored 8 points from the free throw line, make it 9. And Hari Shankar has 8 points.
My point is, that's what he gives you. He's a slasher. He's going to get fouled. He's a good free throw shooter. But I tell you what, he's going to draw people in that lane when he drives, which gives Lansky a chance, too, to get easy points.
5 of his 8 have come from the free throw line. Make it 6 of 9. He's so steady at that charity stripe. 33-19, the lead at 14. Weisberger, double team. They find the open man. Jumper, however, no good by Teleisnik. And here comes Wynn in transition for Northwood. Pull-up jumper, bullseye, and a look to complete the three-point play. I was thinking, what are you doing? And then I'm thinking, beautiful shot. He's got 5, and will look to complete the good old-fashioned three-point play.
Watch this balance. Falling away from the basket, great high arch.
And the Wynn just commits his 3rd personal foul, and the three-point play is completed by Wynn, and the lead is 17 at 36-19. Floater in the lane is up and good by Teleisnik. That's his first 2 of the game, 36-21. Now that's an out-of-control play right there by Wynn. He knows better than that. Weisberger, however, throws it away, but it's tipped off Northwood. Well, now I'm sure Chris O'Brien cannot be happy with that play by Jacob Wynn trying to go 4-0-1. Tim's got to be unhappy about that.
Matsusuyu that time with a great hustle play.
There's Kyle Weisberger.
Contest the inbounds pass with Jacob Wynn.
So what position do you think Weisberger played on the Beckman Patriot football team?
He'd be my fullback.
Yeah.
Fullback or linebacker.
Yep. Yee with the pass down low, and the layup good by Jean-Claude Dumont. He's got half a dozen. 38, 36-23. It's a 13-point contest.
Look at the pass.
Linsky, yes, so smooth. Hathgore with a beautiful feed to Linsky, who now has 12 points on the night. Weisberger feeding down low. They kick up top. Open three, yes, by Justin Reinhardt. That's the first time, Coach, we've seen them go inside out here tonight. Wynn gets blocked, but they're also going to call the foul against Demont. And Jean-Claude does not like that call.
Well, they cut this down to 12, and we talked about it. Hit some of the outside shots, contest every ball when you're at the defensive end of the floor. Tim O'Brien pulls everybody off the floor except the shooter.
I love that. I mean, it's like the equivalent of a timeout. You get to talk to your team, and your free throw shooter gets to score points for you. 7 for Wynn. 5 have come here in the second. There's Jacobs' numbers, 7 tonight, 14 and a half on the season. When you're a good free throw shooting team, especially come playoff time, you have a chance to go far.
Absolutely.
Bullseye three, Shane to Leisner. All 5 have come here in the second. 11-point game. Linsky along the base. Hari Shankar to Owens. Back to Wynn. Wynn taking it to the basket. Shot no good, gets his own rebound. Yes.
Mark, there were 6 passes in that possession.
Yep.
Great ball movement.
Yee to the hole, no good. It's like Hoosiers, all must touch the ball before you take a shot.
Set the picket fence, Gene Hackman.
And that's going to be 3 personal fouls against Devin Owens. And that's going to send Michael Yee at the line to shoot 2. First one is good. We got one more coming up. 6 of the 8 for Yee have come here in the second. Beckman has kind of come back to life. It's a 42-30 game with 1:45 to go in quarter number 2.
I'm sure right now Brady Richards would love to get this down to a 10-point game with 1:45 left.
Well, he's almost there.
Almost
it's 42-31 for Brady, who played at Orange High School.
Beautiful, a Panther.
Yep. You know who he played for? Mike Bossemeyer, who eventually became the head coach at Tustin. And then he was an assistant coach at Tustin. Coming up at halftime, it will be the Cox Homelife halftime show. We'll break down all the scores and highlights. There's the Cox Homelife game of the week. Wynn, count it. He'll look to complete the 3-point play. He has been on fire here in quarter number 2, 10 of his 12 in the second quarter.
But that's just another thing that Jake Linsky does well. You can see him hit the cutter with a perfect pass. He can play up at the high post. He can play at the free throw line. Can play down on the low block.
Yep, second personal foul against Justin Reyes, and Wynn will be at the free throw line where he shoots 68%. He has shot well tonight from the field and the foul line. Misses that one. So a 13-point lead, 90 seconds to go here in the first half. Reinhardt to the hole, foul against Marigay, and Reinhardt will be at the line to shoot a pair. Good aggressive offensive play there by the 6-foot senior.
You know, he's being played man-to-man, but what he doesn't see is the eraser. That's Linsky just waiting back there. And again, a little bit of that is the volleyball mentality. Defend the net, defend the basket. He's doing a great job of that.
Reinhardt makes the first of 2. All 4 have come here in the second. As many as 20 in a game against Santiago of Corona. He's been in double digits 15 times this year. And you said the eraser. I think of Marvin Webster, the human eraser.
You know, that's where it came from.
Second one goes in, but they're going to take the point off the board due to a lane violation. That one hurts.
What was the shooter's name in Hoosiers?
Jimmy something.
Jimmy, the real Jimmy, Morris Valanis used to work at Rancho San Joaquin Golf Course.
Oh, really?
People come in and say, "You look just like," he goes, "That's me."
Linsky to the hole.
Great
no
follow.
Good, but with the finish.
Get your second chance points yourself.
7 in each quarter. He's got a game-high 14. Yee along the base, no good. Linsky with the rebound. We're under 1 minute to go.
Back to a 14-point margin.
Ball knocked out of bounds. They'll keep possession, will the T-Wolves.
Sigarderson to take this ball out.
Linsky with 14, Wynn with 12, Hari Shankar with 9, leading the attack. Wynn came down hard. Half scores 3, bullseye! His first points, 49-32. Impressive offensive showing by the T-Wolves. Weisberger kicks up top. The 3 on the way by Teleisnik, no good. And the T-Wolves will hold for the last shot of this first half, looking to go over the half-century mark. The win to Hari Shankar. Akshay doesn't have it, will just dribble it around, take some time off clock. Linsky double teamed, count it, and Jake will look to complete the 3-point play. And he makes it look so easy.
Well, he does. He's a very graceful athlete, but I'll tell you what, it looks easy because he's technically so sound.
On the replay,
look at the high release point, uses his body well.
Yep, and also the other thing, of course, is having a huge height advantage. Claude Demont at 6'3" and Aaron Chan are their tallest players.
You know, one thing that really helps with Northwood is you've got 5 potential scorers on every possession. That's as opposed to if you've got one guy who's their shooter and he has a bad night.
Last second, shot no good, and we're going to go into the locker room. Northwood with a very dominating performance. They lead it by the count of 52-32 behind Jake Linsky's 17 points, 12 by Wynn. It all equals a 20-point lead at halftime. You're watching the Cox Homelife Game of the Week.
Discover the Contour app from Cox. The app takes you to a world of personalized entertainment that can change how you watch TV. If you're a Cox TV and internet customer, it's likely you already have access to the Contour app for free. All you need is an iPad or select Android tablet and you're ready. Watch live TV and on-demand shows at home. Access TV network apps you can watch anywhere, and so much more. Just download the Contour app and sign in with your Cox primary user ID and password to get started today.
Back here on the Cox Homelife Game of the Week, it's been all Northwood. They lead Beckman by the count of 52-32. Thanks for joining us here at the half. Our special guest joining us is Irvine City Council member Jeff Lalloway. And Jeff, thanks for taking time out of your busy schedule. Why don't you give us some updates on what's taking place right now in the city of Irvine that you'd like to talk about?
Well, first of all, it's great being here at this game. This is a fantastic, fun time. But it is also a great time to be in the city of Irvine. It's very exciting. We just approved giving lots more money to Irvine schools. We at the City Council believe in Irvine schools. It's part of the pride of our city. And we just approved giving $4 million in a very quick way to Irvine schools to get it right into the classroom. In addition, total we give to Irvine schools are almost $9 million. So the city, we're all behind Irvine schools, all of them, including Beckman, which is where my daughter someday may go to high school. So we're behind all of our schools.
And probably not coincidentally, we see a lot of high GPAs coming out of kids from the different schools in Irvine. And when you see that Orange County Register annually does the top schools in Orange County, a lot of schools in Irvine seem to be in that top 10 and top 20 in the county.
We have great parents, great families. They spend a lot of time with their kids. Great teachers. It's just a wonderful partnership between IUSD, Tustin Unified, and the city. And the parents, we have a great place to raise your children.
Any updates on what's happening and the final full vision of the Irvine Great Park?
Oh, there's a lot going on. We're going to be opening up in the fall, cross your fingers, 688 acres of Great Park, which is going to include 25 soccer fields, 25 tennis courts, 12 baseball and softball fields. And the best part, the most fun part, the Ducks, the Anaheim Ducks, are going to be opening 4 ice skating rinks, one of which is going to be where the Ducks are actually going to practice. They're going to practice in the Great Park. So we're really excited. And when the Ducks are practicing there, it'll be open to all of Irvine residents to come out and skate in the 4 world-class skating rinks we're going to have. It's going to be the premier ice skating facility in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yes, we're very excited about it.
You know, it's so funny. People from back east don't think that hockey is big in Southern California, but it is a quick-growing high school sport.
It is, and I'm a Flyers fan, so I'm a long-suffering.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah,
I'm an Islanders fan. Go Isles.
We haven't won a cup in a long time, and when my friends see the Kings and the Ducks win cup after cup, they're a little jealous of me living out here in Southern California. But it is a high school sport. It's going to get bigger with the introduction of all the rinks at the Great Park. We're going to be opening up, hopefully, a lot more teams are going to be in the high school because we're going to have a phenomenal facility out there.
Any final updates on what's happening in Irvine?
Well, the Great Park, I want everyone to come out in the fall when we start opening everything up, including the soccer fields where everyone's going to come out and play. Basketball courts, tennis courts, you name it, we're going to have it there for you.
Councilman Lalaway, thanks for your time. And I know you want to say go Wildcats.
Villanova, I went to Villanova, #1 team in the country right now. Go Wildcats.
Right next to my Hofstra pride. Councilman Jeff Lalaway joining us. When we return, Coach and I will break down the first half action. It's the Cox Home Life Game of the Week.
Good though.
The ficus got knocked over.
I'll check the video playback.
Was it the cat?
No. Your dad threw a daytime rave.
I'm gonna take a nap.
Ask about new continuous video recording and a free indoor camera with select packages. Cox Home Life packages start at just $29.99 a month.
It's the Cox Home Life Game of the Week. Future cheerleader enjoying this one, Northwood 52 and Beckman 32. Thanks so much for joining yours truly, Mark Heller and Hall of Fame coach Bill Cunity here at Beckman High in Irvine, California. Let's take a look at the highlights of the first half of this one, and there were plenty of highlights to go around, especially the scoring that took place by the Northwood Timberwolves. It all begins with the outside shooting of number 21, Jake Linsky. Owens going to the basket on a beautiful feed by Wynn. Then the other way for Beckman showing they can score, and Jean-Claude Dumont. Then Wynn with the beautiful steal here. And he's going to do a nice job setting up his buddy Harry Shankar, who nails the trifecta. Devin Owens to an open Jake Linsky. This team's so unselfish. The other way, Yee to the basket. He wished he would have had more highlights like that. Wynn, who is very impressive on the offensive end, very aggressive, able to score the basket and complete the three-point play. And then the three-pointer made by Justin Reinhardt. Yee able to set up his teammate Teleisnik for the three ball. 84 points all were scored in this first half. Look at the ball movement there. Hafgor nailing the three. Everybody contributing here in the first half. Let's take a look at the halftime numbers. Coach, 57% from the field for Northwood, just 32% for Beckman. Northwood 4 of 8 from three-point land, +6 from the free throw line. 7 turnovers for Northwood, only 5 for Beckman, and the rebounds are +8. The key here, Coach, Beckman down by 20. What do they have to do to make this one close?
Well, they've got to hit that open outside shot, number one. Number two, they have to really stifle the passing game of Northwood. It's such a precision-looking outfit. They'll make 5 or 6 or 7 passes before they take a shot. They've also got the advantage of having Linsky down low, who can take that pass as he slashes to the basket. But when we looked at those numbers, many, many more trips to the free throw line for the Northwood Timberwolves, and that's because of how aggressively they play on offense. But everything they do comes off their defense.
Well, Tim O'Brien's team, they are on all cylinders. They lead by 20 when Coach and I return at second half action. It's the Cox Home Life Game of the Week.
Your home telephone, it's still your most reliable connection to the world. But you don't want to be bothered by unwanted calls from people you don't know or telemarketers. Cox Digital Telephone offers a variety of call handling features so you can know who's calling, accept or reject calls, and protect your privacy. With Cox Digital Telephone, you're in control. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
Cox Homelife offers complete home security and automation backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. Get professional and customized home monitoring with a free starter equipment bundle and save on your home insurance bill. Essential packages start at just $29.99. Visit a Cox Solutions store to experience a demonstration or schedule a free in-home consultation by calling 855-372-4420 or visit cox.com/homelife today.
Well, Brady Richards opens up in the zone, and Jake Linsky comes away with an easy bucket, 54-32. Patriot shot is missed, and here comes Jacob Wynn.
They go right back to the man-to-man.
Yep. Ari Shankar, 3, bullseye. He's got 15. The lead is swelled to 25.
How would you attack them? Tell you what, I think they do everything very well. They play great defense. They can do the fast break. They can up tempo.
Owens to the hole, shot no good. He'll be at the line to shoot a pair, and that is offensive foul against Devin Owens. That is his 4th personal foul. Good job by James Covarrubias keeping up on the foul count here tonight.
This is the other part of their game that I think could be valuable in the playoffs, and that is their full-court pressure defense. They pick you up at the end line and just harass you all the way up court.
Yee with the basketball up top to Weisberger. Weisberger with the basketball. Gives way to Leisnick. Back to Weisberger. Down low, layup good for Josh Keogh. He now has 4. They're going to need a whole lot more of that, Coach.
A great pass by Weisberger on the baseline. And he plays good defense also.
Yep. Linsky at the three-point circle. He's double teamed. Turnaround Jay is good. I mean, that's just too easy. He's got a game-high 21.
Well, they cleared out for him. They let him take it to the hole and get inside and put that little touch jumper.
Weisberger. No. Won't fall for Kai. It's just been that kind of night for the Patriots, who, by the way, are making their first appearance here on the Cox Homelife Game of the Week, basketball style, and they have earned it with their 18-7 record this year. Owens to the hole, shot no good. Weisberger with the rebound, and here come the Patriots in their home white jerseys.
Michael, you did a great job of avoiding the 4th foul that time.
Yep, Michael with the basketball, and Owens on him, who has 4 fouls. Weisberger jumper will be off the mark, and the Beckman Patriots, coach, have just not shot the ball well tonight. Just 32% shooting in the first half. Half-court 3, in and out, and the rebound by Weisberger. They'll look to push it. Layup on the way is good by Keogh. He's got half a dozen, and it's a 59-36 game. Coaching staff for Northwood: Brett Matson, Mike Stewart, Jason Gann, and Derek Roach. Shot no good. Linsky, yes. I mean, that height advantage is clear, and it's an unfair advantage with a game-high 23 points as Beckman calls timeout.
Well, Linsky always gets good position to rebound, but that time he just cherry-picked it over the top of the defensive player's head. And I'll tell you what, rebounding is all about position, and great rebounders know when they see the shot go up where to go for the rebound. He's very good at that.
You don't want to miss our exclusive Cox Homelife online post-game show. We recap each game with analysis and exciting game highlights. The post-game show will be available to view online the day after the game, and you don't want to miss it. Go to Cox3.com and click on Game of the Week. And don't forget, DVDs of the game are also available to purchase. Just go to the Game of the Week website for details. Well, Jake Linsky has scored 6 of their 9 here in quarter number 3. And right now, Brady Richards has to figure out, what can I do to slow down this T-Wolf offense?
Well, you can double him when he's in the low post, but they're such a good passing team. They're going to pop and shoot. They're going to get the ball into him and let him go one-on-one. If he's defended, pop the ball back to the perimeter and give it up to some of those shooters. I think Jacob Wynn has had a great night for the Timberwolves.
Yep, well, he averages 14.5 a game. He's been in double digits 20 times for Tim O'Brien. Had that game face on before the game. Taking a look at him, it would really be tough to tell whether his team's winning or losing. But that is the mark of a great coach.
Crafty veteran.
Try to stay even keeled. Different styles. Coach O'Brien usually sitting down. Coach Richards usually standing up. Reach and foul is going to be called against Scott Matsusuyu, the 5'10 senior. And that'll be team foul number 2 and the first against Scott.
Excellent job tonight by our officials, Nicholas Maddox and Steve Ross.
And I think Beckman has called timeout with 4:49 to go here in quarter number 3. And Northwood leading by the count of 61-36. Well, the playoffs right around the corner, Coach. What are some of the key teams and matchups to look out for?
Well, when this league's, when it comes up for the seeding in their division, I think that Tim O'Brien's team has got to be a 1 or a 2. Brady Richards' team is going to get in the playoffs. And I'll tell you what, when Yee is hitting his jump shot, this is still a very dangerous 18-win team. But all over Southern California, Mark, and that's probably the most exciting part of the year, Sunday is the biggest day. Your league season is over. You go to the CIF office and you find out, number one, what division they put you in, what the seedings are, who you get to go look at tape on, and then you start your run. And I tell you what, watching these two teams, I think with Yee shooting, Beckman can be a force, but I would tell Tim O'Brien, do what you're doing.
Oh yeah, don't change a thing. I mean, this team we mentioned, winners of 20 of 21 and 14 consecutive games. Yee with the ball. They swing right side. Offensive foul out of control for Beckman as Mason the win. I think that's going to be his 4th personal foul against number 13.
Scott Matsusuyu took the charge, and immediately Lansky and 3 other players came over and high-fived him. It's just, when you take the charge, that's a tough part of basketball, but your teammates will admire you.
Sacrificing the body for the good of the team, and he's a small guy, just 5'10", 140. Look at Linsky, the big guy. He can dribble the basketball. Matsusuyu almost loses it. Now picked up by Hari Shankar and gets it across the timeline. Win. Baseline jumper going to be short. And we'll have a foul down low. It's going to go against Beckman. The one thing about Jacob Wynn, he only knows one way to play, and that's full throttle.
Well, that's what you love if you're coaching a guy like that, is you know he's going to play all out on the defensive end. What he's done tonight that's impressed me is what he's done on the offensive end. Slashing to the basket, sacrificing himself.
Hari Shankar, right side, 3-point circle, Yee on him. Gives a fake, nice pass down low, and Wynn with the finish. He now has 17, and the lead is 27 at 63-36. Kai Weisberger, yes, for Weisberger, his first field goal, he has 4.
Great job, great shot by Kai to kiss it off the glass.
Kind of tough to see what that call was from our vantage point. But a foul does go against Beckman. It's going to be whistled against Jean-Claude Demont, his first personal and team foul number 3 as Tim O'Brien looks up.
Tough job right now for Jean-Claude Demont because he's got to guard Linsky, and there's the pass.
Linsky shot coming. No good, but he's fouled. And he'll be at the line to shoot a pair.
You know, if
also Mesa Community College. That's where else Coach O'Brien coached. I knew I was leaving out of school earlier.
If Tim were to speak at a clinic, I'd love to go listen to him about how he teaches move the ball around your motion offense, but how you teach passing, accept the ball, great bounce passes, great chest passes. That's a team that really has perfected that skill.
Probably one of the good ways is that if you don't pass the ball around, I'm taking you out of the game.
That's always the big hammer.
I think that's very helpful.
I understand that, yes. I understand that concept completely.
One more coming up for Linsky. It's no good. Rare miss from the free throw line for Jake Linsky. He misses a pair. You don't see that very often from the big guy. Yee, 3, yes! That was almost an NBA variety 3. He has 12, 63-41.
I thought he was fouled on the play, too.
Could have been a 4-point play. Linsky down low, a double team, and Coach O'Brien calls a timeout. 3:31 to go here in quarter 3. Northwood still with a comfortable 22-point lead. Let's take a look at that Yee three-pointer.
Kind of got a hand in the face, but he finished the shot. And tell you what, that's what he can do when he gets on a roll.
I think he's thinking to himself, it's about time. He's got the range, but Northwood has done such a good job defending him. He hasn't had many open looks.
Well, we talked about at the Open, if Linsky and Yee both did their season averages, it would come down to the bench. After watching Northwood, it comes down to way more than the bench. It's the way they play, the way those starters play. And he's gone, Tim has gone tonight 9-10 deep off the bench.
Yeah, he's gone unusually deep in this game tonight, showing that he's kind of confidence in his players, and probably also figured, let me give some extra playing time to some guys just to make sure everybody's ready for playoff time.
No question that what it does for morale in practice when everybody gets to play, what a difference.
3:31 to go here in quarter three. Along with Hall of Fame coach Bill Kennedy, I'm your humble play-by-play announcer Mark Keller. Thanks for joining us here at Beckman High School. The Patriots looking to try and hang in there, but boy, Northwood has played awfully well tonight. Ari Shankar, they swing left side, win three, bullseye.
Find the open man, and they do a great job of it.
Wynn has 20. The Patriots get called from an inbound turnover there, crossing the line, and the ball is going to go right back to Northwood.
Look at the pass.
That's how you beat the zone.
Rotate the ball.
Yep. 23 for Linsky, 20 for Wynn. They've been a two-man wrecking crew. And don't forget about Hari Shankar. Just don't forget about me as I crack double digits with 11, 68-41.
Well, it's every coach's dream to have balanced scoring so you can't concentrate on any one guy.
Linsky with the block, but I think they're going to call the body. Not sure if it's Linsky or Marigay, but either way, it'll be two free throws coming up for Beckman. And it'll be in the form of Shane Teleisnik. So that personal foul goes against Hari Shankar. That's his second personal.
You know, you certainly can't take anything away from the year Beckman has had. I think Brady Richards has done a marvelous job. 18 victories in this season. Playoffs on their way. You just happen to run into a buzzsaw tonight.
You know, when they look at their season, they've had some impressive wins as the second of two no good. And the rebound by Marigay. They have victories over Tesoro, wins over Tustin, played San Clemente close, knocked off Thousand Oaks, took Edison, ranked number 8 in the county, to a 2-point game, and then opened up with 3 consecutive wins in league play. Travel call. I know we have a foul down low. Is going to go against Beckman. That's team foul number 5.
Bodies flying everywhere.
Yep. You know, they opened up the league play with an 85-61 win over Uni, 55-50 against Corona Del Mar, and 83-59 against Irvine, until they ran into Northwood and lost on the road by the count of 70-58.
Now, this is a team that's very capable of putting up 80 points in a high school game.
To the basket, layup is good by Wynn. He continues to shine, 22 points. So Wynn and Linsky have scored 45 of the 70 T-Wolf points tonight. Weisberger in the lane, no good, but Kyle will be at the line to shoot a pair.
I'll tell you what that defense does to you as an offense. If you're Beckman, you're making good passes, you're getting the ball to the right guy. There's just somebody in your T-shirt all the time. That kind of defensive effort really does take its toll on the offense.
Weisberger will be at the line shooting a pair. He has 4 points and misses the first of 2. He is a 74% free throw shooter, has cracked double digits on 9 separate occasions, as many as 17 scored against Edison. So the bench for Northwood has done their job well here tonight.
Scott Matsusuya got a big round of applause from his teammates when he came to the bench, and nothing like that to create even more effort.
Wins, stops, pops, drops. Boy, he just blew right by Justin Reinhardt. He has 22. and he has a total of 12 points here in the quarter. Actually, make that 24 for the night, excuse me. So he's now the leading scorer in this basketball game. Weisberger jumper. 3 ball just off the mark, and Linsky clears. It's a 29-point lead, and the fans here at Beckman have gotten quiet. Northwood on the opposite side, they have a lot to cheer about. That's going to be a rare turnover by the T-Wolves here in quarter number 3.
1:36 left in this third period. 72-43 at some point. You're going to see the rest of that bench get a chance to contribute tonight in the last game of the regular season for both teams.
Unless we see a miraculous comeback, it might be safe to say the T-Wolves are going 10-0 in league for the second time in 4 years. Hari Shankar with 13. The lead has swelled to 31. Weisberger stops, pops. It'll finally drop for him. He's had a tough shooting night. He has 5 of his 7 here in the third.
I love the effort by Brady Richards' team. They're getting smacked by a very good team right now, but this sure hasn't affected their effort.
Yep, coming away with the steal there of the Patriots. Reinhardt to the basket. Layup, no good. Who wants it? Wynn saves it to Linsky. And we are going to have a foul, and the fans of Beckman behind us saying, how can you call that a foul? Well, when you reach in, it's a foul.
Jamison Liu coming in the game for Jacob Wynn, who gets a great welcome by his teammates on the sideline.
24 points for Wynn, and he had 25 the first time against Beckman. So his 2 highest scoring games of the season have come against the Patriots. Hari Shankar with the basketball. He'll take over the point guard duties. Gives a fake up top. Jumper on the way, no good by Carrig. Loose ball rebound coming away of the Patriots. Weisberger with the easy layup, good. 7 of his 9 have come here in the third, 74-47. And the T-Wolves should be holding for the last shot of this quarter. Pass, however, is picked off by Sprosty. Shot no good. We have a foul, probably against Hari Shankar.
Yeah, rare error by Hari
make the
Shankar.
call. Nope, it's going to go against Marigay. What do I know? I guess that's why I'm just calling the game.
Justin Reyes, number 12, back into the game.
Oh, Marigay,
Beckman.
Marigay, by the way, just fouled out of the game. That's his 5th personal foul. Boy, those fouls seem to have come quick against Mike.
And Mason Wynn, 5'11 senior guard, coming in for Beckman.
Yep, and remember, he's got 4 fouls of his own. Goes Mason to the free throw line. Sprosty, 72% free throw shooter. Makes the first of 2. He has 3, and he has scored as many as 11 points in a game this year. Second one no good. Linsky rebound. And he throws it away, getting a little sloppy towards the end of the third. Down to the last 10 seconds. Reyes off to Yee. You know he's going to be taking this final shot. Tries to pass it, picked off by Linsky. Trying to save it is Liu, no good. And we have come to the end of 3 quarters of play. Northwood 74, Beckman 48. It's 4th quarter action when we return on the Cox Home Life Game of the Week.
Cox is giving you more ways to watch TV. With Contour, a personalized experience on your TV or tablet. With TV network apps, so you can watch on the go. And with Cox TV Connect, watch live TV on multiple devices anywhere in your home. Start watching TV your way. Learn how with the Cox Discover More video series at cox.com/learn.
Cox Home Life offers a complete home security and automation program backed by 24/7 professional monitoring. Get professional and customized home monitoring with a free starter equipment bundle and save on your home insurance bill. Essential packages start at just $29.99. Visit a Cox Solutions store to experience a demonstration or schedule a free in-home consultation by calling 855-372-4420 or visit cox.com/homelife today.
Nicely done, Coach Kennedy. Well, the high point total for Northwood in the game this year, 86 against Uni. And with 8 minutes to go, they have a pretty good chance of breaking that mark.
Again, if you have to put a mark on how this offense has scored that many points, you point right to their defense. Creating turnovers, creating the energy and the fast break, the up-tempo.
Three-pointer no good by Josh Keogh and cleared by Jake Linsky.
And pretty good rebounding, too.
Yep. So right now, Harry Shankar and Linsky, along with Wynn, still in the game, along with Halfscore. Just one sub right now, and Josh Carrick. We have to wonder when he'll go deep to that bench. Harry Shankar, shot no good. Linsky, rebound, he's fouled, and Jake will be at the line, shooting a pair. What do you make of his game? I mean, there's just no chink in his armor.
Well, I think if he came up against a big, strong, muscular guy who could force him away from the basket, I say that could give him a little bit of a problem. But when you look at his skill set, I don't think forcing him away from the basket does anything to hurt his game. He's just going to go beat you from the outside.
Yep, where he's a 35% free throw shooter, 79% from the charity stripe. Scored 31 twice this year against University and Woodbridge. He misses the first of two with one more coming up.
He has really had himself a great career at Northwood. We watched him play last year as a junior against Woodbridge, and he dominated that game against a good Woodbridge team.
And he's able to make the second of two, now has 24 points, along with Jacob Wynn. Those two have combined for 48. The fake down low, good pass, and the finish good on the layup by Trevor Sprosty. Sprosty now has 5 points on the evening.
Excellent pass by Josh Keogh to keep the ball alive, and just under 7 minutes and counting now, 75-50, 25-point lead.
And the rare turnover, and Sprosty in transition doesn't have it. Gives it to a cutting Michael Yee. Shot no good. Ball volleyballed up there, and it's corralled by Beckman. Three ball on the way, will be short. We have a foul down low. Take your pick of which Patriot is going to get whistled for this one. And so they're going to be free throws coming up for the rest of the game for Northwood. So I think it's going to be tough for them not to hit at least 86 points. If you're at the free throw line a lot in this fourth, all you got to do is make free throws and the points will come.
That's kind of the way it will work, I'm sure. But Josh Keogh with that foul. And number 12 coming out, John Carrig, who'd been in the game for Northwood. Along with half-tower Sigurdarsson.
Yep,
6'3", 195-pound senior.
Makes the front end. He's got one more coming up. Some names from the past in recent years: Brian Clyde, class of 2012, Cole Murray, Kevin Norman, Michael Ocampo, and Fernando Rivas, class of 2013, as a pair is made. 2014, how about, remember, Jake Ludwig and Zach Pierce? Those guys were a couple of good ball players for Tim O'Brien, and Weisberger gets called for the double dribble.
You know, half-tower Sigurdarsson had himself a very good game very quietly. 6'3", 195-pound guy who can do the dirty work down low, getting rebounds, playing post defense.
Yep, when you got your big three scoring, not everybody has to do it.
Know your role.
Yep, Devin Owens to the basket. He kicks up top to Linsky. Bullseye three. Jake Linsky with a game-high 27. It's 80-50. Offensive foul on Weisberger. And that was great position defense by Devin Owens, and I give Owens credit doing that, still playing aggressive defense despite the 4 fouls. Just about moving the feet and desire, and Owens was right there. Win. Off to Harry Shankar. To Linsky. Oh, he misses it. The rebound and another possession. You don't see that often from Jake Linsky.
I'll tell you what you do see often is Harry Shankar making that pass.
Yes.
That was beautiful.
And he's very good with those no-look passes.
I was good at the no-catch look.
Kai Weisberger has just fouled out of this basketball game with a total of 9 points. And not missing a beat is the best stat man in the business, Mr. James Covarrubias. And that will send Devin Owens to the free throw line. This young man, definitely an emerging star on this basketball team, a 5'10 sophomore. Misses the first of two. He's got one more coming up. Recently had 11 points in that 59-47 victory over Corona Del Mar. And he's got one more coming up. And he cracks double digits with 10 points, so he joins the party. 4 players now in double digits for the T-Wolves. It's 81-50. 3 ball on the way is going to be long by Keogh. Rebound by Wynn. And here come the T-Wolves in transition. This is where you'll start to see him take some time off clock.
I think so, and I think it's just really been a below-average shooting performance for the Beckman Patriots tonight. Not something that that really you'd see them do during the season. Not with an 18-win season. So they had a bad shooting night, and that happens.
One of the challenges when you have such a big lead, Coach, is to avoid not getting sloppy.
Well, that's a coaching thing. I think coaches would tell you that you have to guard against that. The other thing is,
He with the jumper good, he has 14.
You have to have an eye toward what you're going to be asked to do in the next 3 weeks in the playoffs. So if you do get a lead like this, you want to give your starters a little bit of rest and conserve that energy for what's going to be a great push beginning next week.
Ari Shankar to Kim, right side to Linsky, back to Will Kim. They want to give Will a shot opportunity, but Will gets called for the travel, so the shot he made will not count.
Tell you what, I like his foot action in the pivot. Turn around and hit the fell-away jumper, even though he walked.
Yep, and Kim, one of 8 seniors that don this roster, 10 seniors for the Beckman Patriots.
Devin Owens comes out of the game, and again, that sophomore is going to be something.
He
Had himself a great night.
Linsky gets into the passing lane, and look at Jake bring up the basketball in transition. Harry Shankar, 3 will be off the mark, and the rebound is cleared by Chen.
You know, Mark, one thing that I'd like to see happen, and I'm sure Tim, having done this for his whole life, would like to honor Jake Linsky at some point here with 4:30 left in the game, either at a timeout or a break in the action where you can replace the senior and let these people give him a round of applause and appreciate what he's done for that Northwood Timberwolf program.
It has been a great season for Jake Linsky and this entire Northwood team. Boy, I'll tell you what, to go undefeated in any league is something special, and for the second time in 4 years, the T-Wolves will be pulling the trigger on that perfect league season. Hari Shankar off to Linsky, back to Hari Shankar. Akshay up top. Gives way to Chen. Chen to Win.
Look for the baseline cutter. They're setting the screen.
Yep. Getting stripped of the ball is Win, and coast to coast will be Yee for the layup. Good. He's got 16, so close to his season average.
Jacob Wynn has a cramp right now, and this might be a good time to sit him a little bit. He's been such a fire plug the whole night.
3:51 to go here in the ball game. Northwood 81 and Beckman 54, up by 27 points and an impressive showing. We'd like to thank our wonderful food providers, Cicero's Pizzeria in Lake Forest on the corner of Bacon Trabuco. Authentic and delicious tasting New York style Italian pizza, entrees, pasta dishes, and sandwiches, along with a great atmosphere and service. Come on in or order online for fast local delivery at ciceroslakeforest.com. Love that pepperoni pizza. And here come the T-Wolves out of timeout.
They did take Jacob Wynn out. He's got a bit of a cramp going, so they got the ice on it. But
the steal and the non-finish. Rebound off glass is missed by Jean-Claude Dumont, and he'll be at the line to shoot a pair of free throws. Well, the 6'3" junior, 61% free throw shooter, as many as 12 in the game against Uni this year.
I really wanted to see the senior Brandon Vu get a chance to make that layup.
Scott Matsusuyu commits his third personal foul, and it comes with 3:34 to go here in the ball game. Demont has 7 points on the night, seeking point number 8, and he's got it.
Jamison Liu, number 24, is in the game replacing Wynn.
Yep. Matsusuyu with the basketball right now, taking over at the point off to Hari Shankar. Akshay gives way to Liu. Jamison wearing number 24. 12 on the shot clock. Off to Will Kim. Kim to Liu. Stops, pops, will not drop. Loose ball scramble, picked up by Carrick, and the fresh shot clock. Good job. Down low to Kim. His turnaround is good. Will Kim's first points of the night.
Nice to have a guy like Will Kim that can come in off the bench and give Linsky a little bit of a blow during a game. And Linsky on the bench, I'm sure he'll be the player of the year in the Pacific Coast League.
Shot is up and
Great
good.
putback by number 33, Jean-Claude Dumont. I know you want to say that one more time.
Jean-Claude Dumont has hit double digits, by the way, with 10 points, and it comes with 2:38 to go here in the game, 83-58. Northwood just 3 points away from tying their season high in points. You know, Beckman opened up the season with a 116-23 victory. So they've had some games where they've put up some points, but it's been taken to the Patriots here tonight. Kim stripped of the basketball. Good defense by Sprosty. End-to-end layup good by Mason to win. That's his first 2 points of the night. Travel called against Hari Shankar. Not sure how much longer they're going to keep in the game. You got a big lead, and the last thing you want to do is see one of your starters get hurt.
Tell you what, he plays hard every minute of the game.
Yep, and he's the lone starter in there for Tim O'Brien's team. Foster Matsukubo into the game. He wears number 21 for Beckman. Good defensive steal by Carrick. Carrick stops, pops, drops. He gets his first 2, and now 8 T-Wolves have scored here tonight. It's 85-60.
I don't believe in all the years you and I have done these games, we've had a game in the 80s.
Oh, we must have.
Maybe modern day.
It could have been in the pre-Bill Cunity basketball calling games.
That's very
remember
possible.
with Paul Westfall, we did a quadruple header of the Nike Extravaganza, and modern day Westchester went to double overtime. So that one could have been in the 80s. Loose ball scramble. Good job by Matsusobo. Layup on the way is up and good by Nguyen. He scored 4 straight. Trying to make that final score respectable at 85-62. 1:25 to go. Hari Shankar with the basketball. And Matsukubo has come off the bench late in this game and playing some heady defense.
Doing a great job.
Akshay Hari Shankar.
Foster's a 5'4", 115-pound junior.
Wesley Kuo into the game, number 13, along with number 4, Paul Tennyson.
And Tim O'Brien takes Hari Shankar out of the game, and a standing ovation from the Northwood fans who have really come out and forced it out. Again, it's a long trip. It's about 2 miles separating these schools. Northwood in the Irvine School District, Beckman in the Tustin Unified School District.
Even though they're located in Irvine, go figure, I guess the border has to be somewhere. To the basket, shot on the way is in and out by Matsusuyu. We're down to 1 minute in this basketball game. Layup on the way is up and no good by Matthew Lathram, who just came into the game.
You know, with just under a minute left, if you'd have told Brady Richards that your team is going to score 62 points, and it's going to be more than that probably, I'd say you'd have a pretty good chance of winning. You just didn't count on running into a team as hot as the Northwood Timberwolves have been tonight.
Also, Brandon Vu, number 4, into the game for the first time for Beckman. Here in the waning moments, Wesley Kuo to Tennyson, back to Kuo. Turnaround jumper, it's no good. Rebound cleared by Vu. Here come the Patriots, here in the waning moments of this one. 3-pointer on the way, no good by Vu. Shot on the way, rebound, it's no good. And now cleared by Jamison Liu. Liu off to Matsusuyu. A travel's going to be called. And with 25.5 seconds to go, Northwood's 1 point away from tying their season high, so they may not make it at 85-62.
That travel was because of good defense by Matthew Lathram, the 6'2 senior forward.
Should be the last possession of this basketball game. Matsukubo. They swing right side to Vu. Vu will jack up the three. It'll be off the mark. Rebound by Latham. They feed down low. Layup on the way is good by Matsukubo, and that will wrap it up here from Beckman High School with your final score, 85-64 with the Northwood victory. They run the table 10-0 in league, 22-5 on the year. With the loss, Beckman finishes up at a very respectable 18-8 and 6-4 in the Pacific Coast League.
I think a terrific year for Brady Richards and the Beckman Patriots, and taking the second place position in this league. They're going to have a nice draw, and they probably might get a home game out of it. Head coach Tim O'Brien with the second undefeated league season in 4 years, and I think he's got a powerhouse team.
The leading scorers, 27 for Linsky, 24 for Wynn, 15 for Hari Shankar, and 10 for Devin Owens. On the ledger for Beckman, 16 for Michael Yee, and 10 for Jean-Claude Demont. The Northwood Timberwolves, they are celebrating here on the road because it's been a perfect, undefeated regular season at 10-0. That's going to wrap it up from Beckman High School for our entire broadcast crew. And from my broadcast partner, the coach, Bill Kennedy, I'm Mark Keller saying so long from Arnold O. Beckman High School. It's 85-64 Northwood wins. They are the PCL champs, and they run the table undefeated. Till next time, so long and good night.